Minsk alias
Quiet, bodyguard. Save your hissing for your own kind. As for you, slave, Darth Skotia is passing. Best get out of his way.
You sent that weakling apprentice to kill me.
It looks like I didn't try hard enough. I won't make the same mistake twice. Give your master a message for me. My eye is on her, and I know. Tell her that. I know what she's trying to do here on Dromund Kaas. You and your master have gotten this far, but it ends here, slave. I alone have the key. Tell her that. You and your master have no future on Dromund Kaas or in the Sith Order. Tell her that. Now, get out of my way.
What do you think? Can you eat him?
Jani Bradais, uns in Freistobnajal.
Ha! Fools!
No. Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Skotia. What business has he, going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice? Trying to intimidate you, no doubt. Wretched monster. More machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Dromund Kaas as an apprentice, he's made every effort to stand in my way.
Ustaitnians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
Ultimately, we cannot even begin the search for Tulakhod's ancient power with Scotia's rattling breath on our necks.
There must be something we can do.
Yes. Yes. There is something we can do. Or rather, something you can do. You are going to kill Skotia for me.
Is there a reason you can't do this?
Wouldn't I love to? It would be much simpler that way. I cannot be tied to Scotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat Skotia. It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
So what am I supposed to do?
I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Scotia's destruction, but some elements have yet to fall into place. Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted. They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Skotia is hiding something of great importance near this statue. Get the archaeological plans to the area from one of the slaves, and contact me by holocommunicator.
In bizo ze waitai spira presen kretai. In bize e wanata atragata indais.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. Welcome, apprentice. Your timing couldn't be better. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Dromund Kaas.
I wasn't aware there was a slave revolt going on.
Very soon there won't be. You can assist me in ending it. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
What can these renegade slaves possibly provide you?
Test subjects, of course. A means of perfecting my techniques. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
What a disturbing experiment. You're quite the sadist, Lord Drowl.
Please, there's no need for flattery. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slave's water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'll always aid in the advancement of the killing sciences.
I suspected as much. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
Are you implying something, Sergeant?
My superior appreciates a particular sort of talent, that's all. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender. This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm sure Lord Drowl wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong, Lord Drow is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
You're awfully enamored of yourself.
I know my potential, just as I know who's holding me back from achieving it. Lord Drow's dosage of Quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
I want these renegade slaves to pay for disobeying the Empire.
You're not merely prolonging the slaves' agony, but my own as well. Committed to your work, aren't you? Very well. Take the Quell toxin and inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems. See Lord Drow for your payment when you're done.
Überreifst.
You delivered the exact results I hoped for. Quell is like an imbibed torture device infesting those rebel slaves. It's exhilarating to see the effects on the survivors who can only stand by and watch helplessly.
You were right. Quell toxin is a powerful and useful tool.
One might even say it's revolutionary. Quell toxin will be a great asset to the Empire. Uprisings will end painfully and decisively. You've earned your reward, my friend. Now go. I have horror and despair to observe and chronicle.
My lord? Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
I'll see what I can do. But I remember what it was like being one of them.
Ah, yes. Yes, my lord, of course. Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
Hey, my lord, right? Not sure about my propers with you folks. Seeing as how you're already killing slaves and causing a fuss, how'd you like to make a pile of credits?
I do love credits.
That's what I like to hear. Let me give you the lowdown. So Darth Valron is on the Dark Council, and his apprentice Lord Ket wants to advance, so he starts building a giant statue to his master. But Lord Ket doesn't want his master to know, so he brings in slaves from off-world. Slaves rebel, and we get this mess.
The slave rebellion I'm familiar with, though I didn't know the specifics.
Here's where it gets complicated. Lord Ket wants to save face, but secretly. He calls in me and my mercs. By the time we get here, the slaves have captured some giant industrial drills, and they're getting ready to bring down the whole giant statue. Our best team goes in with explosives to blow up the drills. Slaves kill every last one. Got a pile of credits for anyone who grabs those explosives, hooks them to a giant drill, then fights off slaves until the explosives detonate.
Japay swipa perswip ingala banay kapwas dai. Afgudan Eifst.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
Of course, my master.
Fantastic. I never doubted you. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Nagasado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
Tell me how to access this chamber.
There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Skotia has an entire underground base. You're looking for a tablet. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure Trandoshan cult. The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Skotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Skotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
His own defenses will be his downfall.
You could try it. It might weaken him a little. Skotia's not stupid enough to retain guards who could actually overpower him. The main thing is to keep Skotia's bodyguards off you. The plans suggest Skotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
Inubis just nas jans, now mipan asta na tods jans.
You're not the initiate. You are Sith. You honor us with your presence, mighty lord. Welcome to our prison.
What is this? Are you the one behind the killings?
I am Traga Unvor, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
I was a slave myself, before I became Sith.
Yes, mighty one. Then you do understand. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
You may have potential, but are you strong in the Force?
My strength is in my fists, but the Force has guided me here. And it has guided you. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
You may do as you wish, but you don't yet understand the Sith.
Yes. I look forward to learning.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
The killers will now serve the Empire. I have their oath of allegiance here.
What do you mean? Let me see that datapad. This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
A slave can become Sith. Never forget that.
Yes, as you say. I'll inform Command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know, too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
Show. That drill just lit up the night. Here's the credits, as promised.
I've recovered the Trandoshan relic.
Then we've both had success in our endeavors. But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Grathan, is holding a cyborg expert named Dorotsek captive. He has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Dorotsek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
You want me to kill him?
Whatever it takes. Grathan's estate is in the jungle. Interrogate the scientist. With any luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way, and then we'll be free to pursue Tulak Horde's lost power as we please.
Ustaiknians an parana rahitis ni aino.
It is rare for a slave to rise so far so fast. That takes a very clever sword. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
I've never heard of any Darth Charnas.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
I serve no one. I suggest you learn that quickly.
I chose my words poorly. I apologize, but you are needed. Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
If they're secret, how do you know anything about them?
My master has spent many years learning of the Revanites. Together, we have exposed many. Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
You haven't earned my trust yet.
You're making a mistake. My master will richly reward your success, not to mention the satisfaction you'll gain.
I'll give you a chance. For now.
Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
Hold your position, please, and keep your weapon holstered. The remotes are scanning you now. You check out. Sorry, my lord. We're on the lookout for anyone with Lord Grathan, and I'm sick of letting him stomp on my people.
You should not question a Sith so boldly.
With respect, being Sith doesn't get you a pass here. Not when it's one of your own who's the problem. Look, stick around a minute. I don't know if you're familiar with the situation, but Grathan's a nightmare. The Sith Lord's gone rogue. He's holed up in his estate past the wall. He's got weapons, shields, and a cadre of scientists developing new tech to use against us. Grathan wants respect and authority from the Dark Council, so in true Sith fashion, he turned on his masters to prove his power. As a result, we have to put up with this lunacy. So if you're here to cause Grathan problems anyway, you might help us out.
You have weapons and training. Handle things yourself.
Believe me, I'd like to, but my hands are tied. Here's the story. There are nearly 100 men assigned to this sector, some on the wall, some watching Grathan. 20 are missing. My men. Practically my kids. Grathan stole them, and I want them back.
Why would Lord Grathan be kidnapping soldiers?
I don't know what Lord Grathan wants with them. Maybe he's holding them hostage just to demoralize us, who knows? But if you're heading to Grathan's grounds, help them get out. Tell them to report back to their Duchess. That's, what they call me.
Duchess? You'll have to explain that.
You try making it as an officer without getting tagged with a nickname. I've got reports saying that Grafton's been transporting prisoners to another wing of his estate. I don't know if it's my people he's moving, but it's worth checking out. Watch yourself. Grafton doesn't mess around.
Swerpa.
Please, tell me Lord Zash sent you. Please, I can't stand it here any longer. I don't want to die.
Are you Grafton's cyborg expert in chains?
Yes, I am, and I got just what you need. Just what Lord Zash ordered. My finest work yet, though I don't quite see what the use of it is.
What makes you say that?
The neutralizer works by hijacking the cyber neural center, causing it to fire impulses so rapidly it overloads. Real cutting-edge tech and real expensive to develop. It'll work like a charm on a droid, but it's a one-off and too expensive for mass production.
I don't care how it works. Just give me the device.
Look, I really don't want to be the one telling you this, but it's not that simple. Lord Zash commissioned this weapon against cyborgs. The thing is, most cyborgs are only 10% machine. You need someone at least 50% machine for the neutralizer to do any real damage.
Oh, my mark's 50% machine. At least.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you want it, take it. It's only a prototype, but I guess it'll work if there's one droid you really want to bash. It's in the lab building, can't be missed. But Grantham wouldn't let me have the power cells I need to power it. You'll need to steal those off his droids.
I'm supposed to keep you quiet. And I think you know what that means.
No, please. Zash said she'd free me. I have a wife and children and an astromech droid. I have to live.
Ustaiknians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
Please, look, I'm an inventor, right? A damn good inventor. You let me live, I'll invent you something, whatever you want.
Like something to protect me from my enemies.
I know just the thing. I'll get started on it right away, okay? I'll send it to you, yes? And as for your plans, no one will hear a word about it from me. Not one word. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't give me cause to rethink this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Papagawan. To water, John. Weapons. Unans kappar. Kapagawan.
Authorization. System cannot identify. Please don't go! Please don't go! What's happening? Are you with Lord Grathan? Are you invading? System cannot identify.
I'm here on my own. Lord Grathan is an enemy.
Then who? System cannot stop. Reassigning priorities. Operating number 2188-697. Please, did the Duchess send you? Please help me.
Your commander sent me to free you and the others.
We failed to defend ourselves. Grathan's people took us prisoner for experiments. The scientists cut open our heads, put us in droids. Identification model OHK-99. They program us for advanced intelligence. Enhanced combat tactics. Now my body's lying dead across the room. I can see it.
You're a slave now, as I was not so long ago.
Yes, that's accurate. Please undo it. I'm the last. The others have all been converted. They can't talk, can't disobey. But I know they can still think, feel. Please listen. You could disable us all. Send the shutdown command from our central command console. Please. You could put an end to this. Use the command console. I can't go with you, motor and combat systems non-functional. Please, make it stop hurting.
I heard there was action in Grathan's place. Not many people make it in and out like that. But I'm not seeing my men. Tell me what you found in there.
Grathan was experimenting on them, converting them into machines.
Machines? Right. I'd heard rumors about Grathan's repulsive methods, and I have a strong stomach, but I feel a little sick right now. I was hoping they'd be okay. What an idiot I am.
They didn't suffer. I made sure of that. It was the least I could do.
Is that right? Well, I actually appreciate that. Guess it had to be done. You got the information I wanted, so you earned your pay. Take it. Those kids won't miss a few credits. Now I've got to send word to their families and return their belongings, then it'll be time to recruit some fresh faces.
Maybe your next recruits will be more capable. If not, I'm sure Lord Grathan will appreciate the fresh supply.
Don't you? Never mind, forget it.
Not a moment too soon, apprentice. Tell me we were successful. Tell me you have the tech we need to destroy Skotia.
I have the prototype.
Fantastic. Magnificent. Perfect. Then the time to do the deed is now. Skotia is in his chambers as we speak. Be ready. Even with the power you have over him, he will be a frightful sight. Set your nerves of cortosis. Turn your fear into hatred. Remember, Skotia stands between us and glory.
Let's get to the killing.
Good. Now listen closely. This is how you will kill Skotia. The relic you found under the Colossus is the key to Skotia's power over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Go to Skotia's chambers and show them the relic. The Trandoshans should stand down, or attack him or something. The confusion should be enough. This is the first step.
You don't know what'll happen.
Like I said, the confusion should be enough. You'll have to improvise the particulars. That's what makes it fun. With the bodyguards gone, you can get close enough to Skotia to use the prototype you stole from Grathan's. But be mindful. Skotia may be more machine than man, but he's no weakling in the Force. Killing him will still be a challenge.
Do you really think I'm ready for this?
Of course. You ravaged 4 tombs on Korriban and tamed a Deshard. What's a crippled Dark Lord to you? I wish I could be there to see the contortions on Skotia's malformed face when you destroy him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due to make an appearance at a party in the Nexus Room Cantina. Meet me there when you're done.
I see. Nothing yet. What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
Skisk. Kill him.
I'm your master now.
Clever. Zash must have stayed up many a night to think of that one. I suppose you'll be sending my bodyguards away now, or maybe you'll order them to kill me.
It should at least be entertaining. Tear him to pieces.
You shouldn't have done that. The bodyguards, they're nothing. Show. But you subverted my authority, took my slaves from me, and that makes me angry. And killing you will be over too soon. No. I think you're going to have to suffer first. Is this... Did you... Zash! Zash! You've killed me!
How does it feel to be killed by a slave, Skotia?
Mindless. You don't know what Zash can do. Think of how many years she must have spent plotting my death. She will kill you, just like she's killed me.
If that day comes, I'll be ready for her.